and see why.
Zion Benton ZB's up by a score of 7-0 as you look at their huddle. Welcome to the Star Channel Game of the Week, Week 4. Next week we go to Antioch where the Sequoits entertain the Warren Blue Devils. We're live on the 5th of October. New Trier at Waukegan. Wakana at Grant on the 12th of October. We'll tape that one on a Saturday afternoon. Evanston at Waukegan on Saturday the 19th of October. And we'll close out the regular season right here at Zion, Stevenson Zion. You can bet that'll be a great football game.
And especially if both teams eventually advance to that game, both undefeated and unscathed in terms of their record, Dan. And that will be for all the marbles in the NSC. And you better believe that there will not be an empty seat in the joint.
Well, Zion's got a tough road to hoe as they look forward to Lake Forest next week. They got to get through Warren. They got to get through Libertyville. Adams gets the call. Met hard at the line of scrimmage. He bounced off a tackler. I think Jason Bolton got a hold of him first.
Picks up the first down, Dan.
First down, you bet.
That was a great second effort. As we take a look here, you see Norvell barking out the signals. Here you see Josh Adams. He's hit initially behind the line of scrimmage, but he doesn't keep his legs. He keeps his legs moving, and that's important if you're a running back and you get hit initially. You just keep those legs driving, and good things are bound to happen.
1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Norvell tucking it under himself. Runs that option well. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Sean Emerson, the near side split. Norvell splits his backfield. Josh to throw. Looking for Emerson, putting it upstairs and overshoots him by a few yards.
Tell you what, he had him open, and he threw the ball greatly and in a position where only Emerson could have caught it. The defensive back for Antioch did not play the angle on that particular play. He played the man, and anytime you do that, you're susceptible to anything such as an out and up fake, and just outside of the outstretched arms of Sean Emerson.
Brian Forth on the coverage, stepping up now on 3rd down. Here's the pitch, ball's on the carpet and recovered, but a wasted down. Lennox Gowie get back on top of it.
Tell you what, credit the Antioch defense for flashing the blitz. They showed Zion Benton that they were about to blitz, and as we take a look at the replay here, we'll see that Norvell tries to pitch it just a little bit out in front of Lennox Gowie, and smart play by Gowie. Instead of trying to pick it up and advance it, he just falls down on it and retains possession, puts Zion in a 4th down situation.
ZB's the punt from their own 10, and it's a good one.
But it's returnable.
Pat Ewert. Ewert skipping now, heading far side, and he's going to run laterally for a while. Great Zion pursuit. Eric Allen and company.
Tell you what, if he doesn't drop the ball initially, Dan, he may have had a chance for a splendid return. But once again, take nothing away from the Zion special teams. They covered that punt well. He was able to limit Ewert's gain.
Antioch has been within the Zion 5, Mitch, so it's time for them to go back to work. Keep grinding it out.
Tell you what, if I'm Del Peshawar, I feel good about my ball club. We've had 2 drives where we had 2 mistakes that cost us points. And, hey, we're still only 7 points down. They're in good shape. All they have to do is continue to doing what they're doing and limit their mistakes in the crucial situations, and they should be fine.
Gain of a yard, 2nd and 9. Reggie Hughes split to the near side, out of the wishbone. The flip to Hughes, who looks to take it outside. He's flung to the ground. A nice defensive play by Zion's number 80, Jim Murphy.
Great open field tackle by Murphy. Because as you can see here, take a look at it. Gooch with the nice crisp pass out in the flat to Reggie Hughes. And if Hughes is able to get by Jim Murphy, there's no telling how much yardage he could pick up on the play.
3rd down 5. Gooch to throw. That screen pass today once again. And he can't hang on, and the blockers were there.
Blockers were there, Dan. They sold it again. Really nice. Gooch had a great play fake to the right side as we take another look at it. Sold it well, and here we see it, and Day's waiting for the ball, and he is not able to keep his feet, and that's pretty unfortunate, Dan, because if he hangs on to that ball, he's running. He's still running.
Low snap, kick by Hughes. And that takes a big ZB bounce. 40-yard line is where Zion will crank it up.
About an 11-yard
left,
punt.
Mitch.
Yeah, about an 11-yard punt, Dan, and that's kind of tough. They got the wrong bounce on that particular play, and I tell you what, when it rains, it pours, it seems like, and Antioch has struggled on 3rd down. Definitely, they've had their opportunities, though, to put some points on the board, and they just have not been able to cash in. But credit Zion Benton for playing them tough.
1st and 10, quick flip near side Emerson. He can't hang on. That's close to a live ball. He wasn't that far over the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and tell you what, you can't be your own referee out there. You have to wait until you hear the whistles blowing, and once you hear that, then you can pull up. But tell you what, that they did a play like that on their first drive, Dan, where they did the quick hitch, and it was wide open again. And as long as Antioch's going to give it to you, you might as well take it.
2nd down 10, 8 minutes left, first half. Zion on top, 7-0. Norvell, and it's complete to number 83, Greg B. Ryder, and he barely caught that pass.
Tell you what, give B. Ryder some credit on that one, staying with it. There you see the fake to the up back. The ball is tipped and almost picked off by number 12, Patty Ewert, but B. Ryder's able to snare it and pick up a 1st down.
From the 45-yard line, Norvell. Josh, still on his feet, takes it down to the 35. If he didn't trip, he tripped up. Nice defensive play, but he had nothing but green in front of him to the outside.
Tell you what, he did a great play in running that option play. He left his team with a 2nd and 2, 2nd and long 1, if you want to call it that. Here you see him running around the left side. Freezes the defender, number 5, Brian Forth, and that allowed him to get the extra yardage. And that's the textbook way on how to run the option. There you see the powerful running of number 12, Josh Adams, as he's been ripping and running all night tonight. Let's take a look at it as we see here. Gives it to Adams, and Adams weaving his way in. And one thing about Adams is he's not going to be pushed back too many times when he's running the football. Always has that good balance and keeping those legs driving, and got that body lean forward like those good running backs usually have.
Eric Pendergrass and Danny Voss on the stop. 1st and 10, Norvell still with the football. Norvell flushed out of the pocket and wisely takes it out of bounds. Flag, they're going to call that a late hit by number 4, Stu Johnson. I don't know about that.
That's unfortunate. I mean, give Norvell some credit, making relatively something out of nothing as we see the replay here. There you see number 22 flushes him out of the pocket. Then he's running around the left side. He decides to duck out of bounds, and it was one of those borderline calls. I guess it could have went either way, Dan.
From the 27, Here's the pitch. Off the bounce, scooped up by Darnell Rios. Flags after the play. You know, number 52 for the ZBs, Jeff LaBelle, was talking to the official, and that's when the flag went up. So I don't know if it had anything to do with that, but he was right in his face.
One can only speculate, Dan. Of course, that last late hit was on number 22, Jeff Oltes, and it looks like that LaBelle and Oltes may have been exchanging some words on that particular play as well. And it looks like they've called an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Antioch Sequoits. And now you see number 22, Jeff Oltes, coming off the field. I'm sure Coach Peschauer is going to talk to him and say, hey, man, we're on the road, and generally, more often than not, you don't get the calls on the road, and you got to know that as a ball player coming into the game. And there's really no need for that. Of course, we're not down there on the field to know what's going on, but I guess that's one of those plays, if you're a coach, that is absolutely inexcusable to you.
They walk it down to the 13-yard line of Antioch, so that hurts big time. First and 10 from there. McKinney off to the left on first and 10. Quick pitch. Rios, gang tackle. Antioch inspired, trying desperately to keep the Bees out of the end zone.
Absolutely. Credit number 61, Tim Sanskis on that play, forcing the issue. As we see here on the replay, you see the quick pitch out to Rios, and he's running around the left side, and he's waiting for his block, and he tries to cut it back upfield, but he is denied on that particular play.
Rob Moore among the tacklers. Here's Adams. Takes it down to the 6-yard line.
Tell you what, Josh Adams running hard tonight. He's really showing these Zion Benton's fans, and he's showing me a whole heck of a lot in terms of his heart and his desire. Keeping those legs moving, keeping them pumping, and that's what you got to do. Big power back that he is.
Zion can get a first down at the 2. Third down and 4, 5:26 left, and that's where they will stop the clock. Zion timeout. With that, we'll take a timeout. ZB's in command for the moment.
Raymond Chevy, Geo and Ray Chevy, Geo. Great deals running the family.
Hi, I'm Mark, and Ray Scarpelli. See us for your next pre-owned vehicle. Most vehicles go through a 72-point safety inspection, and many of them come with our exclusive Gold Check warranty. Great deals running the family at Ray Chevy Geo in Fox Lake and Raymond Chevy O's Geo in Antioch.
Raymond Chevy, Geo and Ray Chevy, Geo. Great deals running the family.
5.5 minutes remain here in the first half. Zion Benton Township High School under the lights for the first time. We mentioned early on they played their first home night game against Crystal Lake Central on the 6th of September. Victorious there. Victorious on Saturday, the 31st of August against North Chicago. Big 33-20 winner against Mundelein under the lights last week. Zion unblemished at 3-0. Looking at pad their 7-0 lead. They've been impressive.
Absolutely, they have, and they've been the benefactor of some Antioch miscues as well. A variety of penalties and turnovers have led Zion to the point where they are right now.
Norvell looking to throw. In the end zone, flags are down.
They're in the end zone, Dan, and that's the area where you may see either an offensive or defensive pass interference call. Depends on what it is. It looks like it's pass interference on the Antioch Sequoits. As we take a look here, you see Norvell once again getting flushed out of the pocket by number 4, Stu Johnson. Heaves it up, and Brian Forth had the coverage for the Sequoits, and he must have had a little hold on Sean Emerson of the ZBs.
First down goal, Zion Benton.
That's right, Dan. Penalty was half the distance to the goal line, and that was good enough for a first down.
Out of the wishbone, Norvell pitches. It's Josh Adams for touchdown number 2.
Tell you what, Dan, they lined it up on the short side of the field there, and they just had the quick pitch to Adams, and he just beat his man to the corner of the end zone, and it's as simple as that. As we take a look here, you see the pitch, and you see Adams, and right now it's just a foot race. Good play moving the ball from his right hand to his left hand as he goes into the end zone unscathed for the quick 6.
Jim Wyman, they had the extra point off the Norvell hold. And for the second time tonight, it is good. 2 Josh Adams touchdowns, and Zion leads by a 14-0 count. Back after this on Star Channel Sports.
We at U.S. Cable would like to introduce you to Otto. Otto has made it possible for you as a U.S. Cable customer to access your account information 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. You can also order the latest and greatest commercial-free hits on pay-per-view. Just call 336-0681 on a touch-tone phone, and Otto will run you through a few simple steps. It's that easy. Otto is available in Spanish.
Zion Benton cheerleaders with plenty to cheer about tonight on Parents' Night. Nice ceremonies before the ball game acknowledging the senior parents. 2 Josh Adams touchdowns, 71-yarder with 6:41 left to go in the first, and now with 5:11 left to go in the second quarter, Adams scampers around the left side for 4 yards. Great special teams play once again by the ZBs. Zion's number 25, Cullen Massey. Or check that, 23, that's Dave Darden. Dave Darden we've seen twice tonight with big special teams hits.
Tell you what, and you don't think that special teams is important, somebody better tell that to Dave Darden, because he's just flying on there. And that's how you have to be on the special teams. You got to kind of be a loose cannon anyway. As we take a look at it, here we see number 22 for Antioch, Jeff Oltes, getting stuck.
Big hole near side. First down, Antioch. Schultz, I believe. No, that's the first time we've seen Brandon Polheber, number 33. Back to Polheber. This guy can run.
Tell you what, Del Peshar probably giving the Zion Benton ZBs a different look, perhaps a change of pace, letting another running back come in there who's fresh, got some fresh legs, come in there and do some damage. And right now he's paid off. Polheber's running the football pretty good.
Second down, 5. On the ground again. Close to first down yardage. First half clock ticking down to 4:05. Third down, less than a yard. Polheber remains in at the right halfback. Day, the left halfback. And a fullback is Big Jeremy Grace. Gooch under center. Grace, first down Antioch.
Tell you what, Antioch is by no means out of this ball game. You're only 14 points down, and tell you what, this is probably the most important drive of the ball game, Dan, because if they can go down and get any type of points, a field goal, a touchdown, preferably. Obviously, you'd like to have a touchdown, but if you can't get that, you obviously get the 3. Something to gain some type of momentum going into the second half.
First down from the 38, it's Polheber. Gaining 8 yards. Finally brought down by 55, Ricky Hughes.
Tell you what, this Polheber kid, I don't know where Del Peschauer had been keeping this guy, but as soon as he's inserted into the lineup, he's been nothing but a spark. And he's been running the football really solidly behind that big Antioch offensive line.
Second down, a little over a yard, Polheber. First down, spinning, and then some.
Hey, give it to him. Why not? You know, that's all you can say is the kid's running the ball as good as he's running it right now. Why not give it to him?
Keeps the legs moving. 5'8", 160 pounds. He's a junior. Reggie Hughes split near side. First down, 10 sequoits. 2:42 left first half. Look out, blindside. Gooch unloads, and he can't connect.
Tell you what, great play by number 88 for the ZBs, Al Lanio, to force the issue on that play. Give Gooch some credit, though, for recognizing Lanio's presence and scrambling outside the pocket and just being able to get rid of the ball before taking a sack on that play. In that position, with the amount of time left on the clock, 2 minutes and 36 seconds, you don't want to lose the field position. You'd rather lose the down in that situation. Now you have 2 more downs to work with.
Jeremy Grace was the intended receiver coming out of the backfield. They keep it on the ground on second down for a gain of 2 yards. And Wisniewski lost his hat. Second down 8, 2:16 on the running first half clock.
Tell you what, and this is the time when the no-huddle offense takes its toll on the defense right before the half. You see Zion Benton looking like they're sucking some wind out there.
Gooch to throw. Oh, great catch if they give it to him.
They give it to him.
First down, Polheber again. Oh, he's just shy of the first down. Check that. About a yard shy.
There we see Gooch fading back to pass. Threw it where only Polheber could catch the ball. And I tell you what, that's one of the better plays that you'll see in high school football, ladies and gentlemen. Great grab.
Fourth down and a yard. Gooch off the roll, catches a good block, has to turn the corner, does. First down Antioch, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:28 left in the half.
Tell you what, 2 things on that play that Dave Gooch did well as we take a look at the replay. Here you see him snap the ball, and he's rolling out to his left. Here he's going to let number 33, Polheber, set his block up first. Waits for Polheber to set the block up, then makes his move, then makes sure he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Great presence by Dave Gooch on that play.
From the 26. Day gets the handoff. Surges ahead for 3. Coming off the bottom of the Zion pile, it's El Lanio again.
And here we go. We see the replay. We see Day getting the play over off tackle to the left. And Zion Benton, well, Al Lanio picking up and basically body slamming him, if you will. And fortunately for Day, he's still able to get up and walk away from that unscathed.
Timeout on the field with 1:19 left. Very crucial to Zion's momentum and the rest of this game that they get something on the board here.
Yeah, Antioch definitely has to be able to punch this ball in. Like I said, get some kind of points. I mean, if it's a field goal, sure, you'll take it. Something to gain some type of momentum. Definitely, in a situation like this, you don't have a lot of time on the clock. You got 1:19 to go. You're on the Zion Benton 20-yard line, or maybe just inside the 20 there. You got enough time. You got about 2 timeouts left, so if you continue to run the football and you got the no-huddle offense, you should be able to get yourself into a decent position to score some points.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Gooch keeps it on the ground. Grace, flags are down.
Tell you what, that flag was thrown by the umpire, Dan, and usually when you see the umpire throw the flag, that's usually offensive holding. And sure enough, it's offensive holding. And that's something that that hurts Antioch as we take a look at the replay here. Here you see them fire out. I guess they flagged number 76, Brian Dembinski, for wrestling his man to the ground. And boy, that's got to take some of the wind out of your sails, because it's 10 yards, not from the line of scrimmage, but from the spot of the infraction. So kind of takes them out of what they wanted to do in terms of offensively, what they're trying to run now. 2nd and long, they're almost forced to pass.
From the 35-yard line, Gooch backing off over the middle, delivering. Has his man near 1st down yardage at the, along about the 18-yard line, it would appear. 42 seconds left, timeout again.
Okay, here we see great play by Dave Gooch as he fakes it to the up back Grace. Pulls it back out, fires across the middle. And a nice catch by Schultz, I believe. I tell you what, I don't know about, there's, as we see, an interesting haircut, on one of the Zion Benton players, I believe. That's number 23. That's your guy.
That's our special teams man,
David Darden. Call him 3D, huh? Okay. One of the better nicknames of recent Lake County memory. Of course, I don't know if that goes along up in the category as Yotoy McCoy and Kiki Curry. Those two guys have two of the better nicknames as well, so the jury's still out on that. We'll reserve judgment until a later date.
3rd down and less than a yard to go.
I tell you what, Dan, with 42 seconds on the clock right now, you're almost down to halftime. You got 2 plays to make 1 yard. If they don't make it on this 3rd down play, barring a loss of 4 or 5 yards, they have to go for it on 4th down. I mean, they have to do something to get some type of spark.
Gooch handing off. And another fine run by number 33, Brandon.